doing fine. How you doing, Joe?
All right, we're in December now.
We are indeed.
And already we're talking about snow for tomorrow.
Yeah, is it dusting? I haven't paid attention to any detail.
Yeah, it's, more of a conversation nuisance type thing, although the early morning hours could be a little dicey, so I'm sure the city's ready.
Always ready. Always ready. The kids will love it, though. That time of year.
I suppose. It's good for somebody.
Absolutely.
If I never see snow again, it'll be too soon, but that's just me. It's good news for the skating rink, though, right?
Yes, actually, that's been going pretty well. Other than the rain we had, you can't obviously skate in the rain. Sunday was a tough day, but Friday, Saturday was the place was jammed. If folks tell me that lots of people showed up, people having a good time. It's been great.
Yeah, it's noon to 8 every day. And do you know what reservations required? That was going to be looked at, I know.
I know that's preferred.
Yeah.
So they can have an understanding. You can only have so many people on the ice at a certain time. So I think they're limiting to 1 hour skates, and I think they're encouraging that. I'm not sure if they've been sickened by that or not.
Sure. So neat to see a Zamboni in Quincy Center. Never thought I'd see the day.
I know. Who thought? Huh? As kids, we wish we had that to Sailor's Home Pond.
Yes, life was a little rough there for sure. Watch out for those sticks and rocks. It'll get you every time. Mayor, of course, last night the City Council did vote to approve the new property tax rates for FY 2024. And I wonder if you might explain a little bit about how those will impact property owners in Quincy.
Well, I did 2 years ago when I presented the pension obligation bond, which is a significant savings over 18, 19-year period. I did indicate that we're going to have a couple of spike years and then it would flatten out, and this is one of those spike years. So if we didn't do this for the next 18 years, the bill from the retirement board would have gone up about $130 million spread out over the 18 years, which is significant. So we decided to get down the route of the pension obligation bond, as you know, and we hit it just right on the market. So over time, we're saving money. But this year, we're converging on that spike in the debt service as well as other things that are hitting. So this year and next year, a little more challenging, and then it flattens out going forward. So what the council votes on is the tax classification, not technically the rate. The classification, which shifts more of the burden onto the business side, where they pay 175%, where homeowners pay the less. And it's based, of course, on the values. And values are still pretty strong. The housing market continued to go up last year. We're always a year behind on the values. That's how it's determined for the current year's tax rate. You go by last year's values. So we're still seeing very strong values in Quincy on the residential side, big time.
Yeah, according to the presentation, average residential value is $616,000, up 7% in 1 year.
Yes, that's pretty strong. And I thought, things would be leveling off, but people want to live here. And it's I got 3 adult children trying to break into that market, and people are bidding on houses. It's crazy. Very different than when I bought a house in 1989.
So can you talk a little bit about some of the appropriations that were made to stabilize the tax rate?
Yeah, actually what we do is we try to buy down the rate. This could have been a $1,000 increase. And by doing a number of financial maneuvers, which we do try to do each year to try to make the taxes more feasible for folks to deal with. So, we use free cash, for example. We tap the reserves. If we've got outstanding purchase orders, we cancel those. There's a number of tools we use to get that number down. We've done that actually for the last 10 years or so. Don't hold me to 10, but 9 or 10 years, I believe we've been doing it that way to try to keep things within reason for people to deal with. So, again, we appreciate the council's support. I believe it was an 8-0 vote.
It was, yeah.
For the council not being in attendance. So, we appreciate that. And, taxes are never easy. Nobody likes to pay them. But, for what the city provides in services, I don't think any community can touch us. So we're, glad to get that part of it finished up and look forward to a new year in January.
So the average residential increase is $418. Does that sound right?
That's what I believe was in the package. That's after buying things down. So it is heftier than we've seen in a long time. But as described a couple of years ago, this is what was predicted in a peak year based on the pension obligation bond. Again, over time, it'll be more palatable because if we didn't do that, it'd be going up significantly every year for several years. So we kind of swallow it in 1 or 2 years, and then it goes the other direction.
Mm-hmm. So what now? After this appropriation, what does the city have for reserve funds?
Still fairly healthy. We've got some. For example, we did a sale of back tax properties that people have owed for a long time, and so with this provisions under the law, we can sell those off, and an investor will come in and buy that. So we did some of that. We also brought a lot of additional taxes in. So that has not been recertified yet, but that's off to the side. When the state recertifies that, that's probably in the $5 to $6 million range that goes back into the reserve that we're tapping for the use. So I don't know the specific number off the top of my head, Joe, but we're in a pretty good place overall. So we're able to do these maneuvers to help buy it down. And we're using some reserve, but that reserve will get filled up again once we get that recertification by the state.
I see. And how long do you think it'll be before the city starts to realize some of the savings from the pension obligation bond?
Well, as I said, there's two difficult years, this year and next year.
Okay.
And then after that, it's the debt service flattens out. So if we didn't do this, the bill that comes from the retirement board to the city every year would have gone up dramatically every year. Like this year would have gone up $15 million just to pay the regular bill, not to pay off the pensions. Not to fully fund it, only to pay that year's bill, and it would have continued to climb. And as I said, over a period of time, it's about $130 million savings by doing it this way. So, it's a little bit of a hit these 2 years, but the next several years it flattens out.
Sure. Good. Mayor, we should talk a little bit about some of the events that are still coming up for the holidays, including menorah lighting, a creche gathering, and, of course, tonight's big Pops concert.
Yeah, all of them have become important traditions as part of the Christmas holiday celebrations. And certainly I know Rabbi Benjamin will be with us on the 7th to do the lighting, I think around 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock Thursday night. We always have a nice little turnout for that. And it's an important part of the history of the Jewish community. So that is terrific. Look forward to that. And then, of course, tonight is the big night with the Symphony Orchestra, who a lot of Quincy people in that orchestra, a lot of local folks that are incredibly talented and come together to put on a pretty amazing talented show, working with our school system. Some of our kids are involved, some of the teachers are involved. It's really a great night at the auditorium at Quincy High School. And, of course, the conductor is full of personality. He's unbelievable. Really enjoy watching him pull the performance together. So it's a really wonderful, wonderful evening.
Yeah, tonight at 7 p.m. At the Lloyd Hill Performing Arts Center, and folks will be able to watch it here on QATV as well if they can't make it. Happy to bring that. And we use some of the students at the high school to help produce the TV production.
Oh, that's excellent as well. Good experience.
Absolutely. And I know it's not too soon to talk about Winterfest in February.
Oh, it is too soon.
Oh, okay.
I know John McDonnell's putting it together in around President's Day there.
Yep.
So it's another opportunity just to have options for families with kids to do things.
Sure.
Free things. It's just great.
Absolutely. Mayor, appreciate the opportunity to check in and wish you a happy day.
You also see you tonight, Joe.
Okay, thank you very much.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.